Hello, I'm Aubrey Shepherd, and this is the 10th of December 2012. Let's see some photos from a very beautiful area of Fayetteville. This is Kessler Mountain. If you know where the smokehouse is on Highway 62, just before you get to Farmington, this is the mountain to the west of to the south of MLK Boulevard. And it's actually a ridge begins along there and goes way to the south, winding somewhat erratically. Anyhow, it's a beautiful area. It's a natural area. Much of it up there belongs to Frank Sharp. He's in the back of that picture looking down. And these are members of the Environmental Action Committee of Fayetteville and a few people from the University of Arkansas Student Senate and staff members, I believe. There's Frank Sharp with one of his dogs, and he's suggesting that all these people come up there and sit on that rock. Well, you saw from the previous picture that it's a long way down. So they got up there and sat. That's the university group. And then here are some of us from the Environmental Action Committee, and a couple of them are the spouse thereof. This is the nest of a hummingbird. It's really small, but I got close for these pictures. You can see somebody's fingers holding the thing for me there. So this is the area called, at the lower part of this is the area known as South Pass. It's a former Cummings property. And up at the top of it, there was the Frank Sharp's property and other private property. This is a plan that Frank has, hoping to get the area made into a natural area. There he is cooking pizza for all his guests after that hike along that dangerous bluff. But that is it's a secure trail. It's a good way to go. And there's Frank when he was a young man long ago. Okay, the pictures went pretty fast tonight, so I'll just tell you a few more words about the plan. And it would incorporate ownership of the University of Arkansas. Part of it already belongs to the city of Fayetteville for a park area, and none of it's really ever been plowed. The lower part of it is prairie land, sort of high prairie land, rolling prairie land, but the part you saw the walk, the hike on, that's that's just unbuildable. You can't possibly build homes or anything in there except what you see. The houses there's a couple of old houses up high on the mountain, and Sharp's home in the earliest smokehouse, Ozark Mountain Smokehouse, was on the western edge there. So you really can't imagine all this becoming housing such as was planned by the South Pass group several years ago. That venture failed, but the land's still there. It's still beautiful, and there's still the potential to have a university research area, natural research, all kinds of wonderful things, as well as a few ball fields, as well as a few homes, but primarily focus on protecting something that just can't be fixed once it's destroyed. Till next time, this is Aubrey Shepherd asking you to do your part to help keep the water clean, the woods green, and think about what it would be like to keep that for future generations. It's right now called Sharpridge, where Frank himself lives. Thank you. Hello, I'm Aubrey Shepherd. It's the 13th of December 2012, and we're going to talk about urban infill a little bit with a bunch of photos. And let's see if we can get the photos to show. And that is on Martin Luther King Boulevard at the intersection with East Avenue. That's urban infill. And you see the mud being tracked into the street, and you see the water standing there. That's the uphill side of those new houses. And the developer didn't realize that the digging deep in there and filling in with concrete for those buildings would actually stop the flow underground of water. And that's why he was pumping water out. Then you saw a pipe there in the town branch of the West Fork of the White River and 11th Street pumping water out of the stream, stealing water. You might say it's public water. This site that's being destroyed is on Sang Avenue, just off Sang Avenue on Osage Bend. And you can see houses around there, and you can see by the black soil, the rich black soil out there, that it's wetland. Several streams come together, and there's one of them. And a stream comes in between there and the streets in the background, and there's where the streams come in from the south. This lot was a natural rain garden, just like the one we showed in that first group of pictures. And, you know, this means erosion. You just don't clear off a stream bank, even if it's a already somewhat ditched stream bank. It's essential that water be allowed to soak in there. So water coming in from several directions end up on this lot and flowing through it. And there you can see, apparently intend to save some of those trees on that lot. Most of the trees are already gone, but when they whack them with the machine, then they're not going to survive. So anyway, I'm not sure we saw every slide I wanted to show, but part of them were actually TIFF images from Google Images. I should have stopped to convert them to JPEGs, and they would have probably worked better here. Till next time, this is Aubrey Shepherd asking you to do your part to help keep the water clean, the air pure, and the woods green. See you.